What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Poker Vlog. Today we are headed to play another cash game session in Springfield, Missouri. Looking to run up a big stack. Do me a favor, check below and see if you're subscribed to this channel. If you aren't, go ahead and click that red subscribe button. And if you like these kind of videos, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. That helps keep me motivated to make more videos and really helps the channel grow. So it's a huge help and the best way to show your support for the channel. It's a hot one today, so let's hurry up and get inside and get into the action. So the very first hand we play of the night is the very first hand of the session. Like, we sit down, get dealt this hand, and we're getting in the action. So I look down at 4-3 of spades from under the gun +1. I call the under the gun straddle because there's usually a straddle in this game. Seems to happen at least half the time. So end up going to this flop four-handed, which isn't a huge surprise, and we're not super upset about it since we have a very much a drawing hand. So flop comes down, great one for us. 3-3-6. So we're very excited. Flop trips, time to get off to a good start. Action checks through. I'm obviously not looking to blast off immediately and show everybody that I hit trips. And, you know, in a limped pot like this, somebody else can also have a 3, and if they do, I'm 100% outkicked. So on to the turn, which is the 8 of diamonds. The under the gun player bets 15. I make the call and one other player calls. So pretty okay with this. Definitely okay to keep it multi-way. Definitely don't think anybody else has a 3. I don't think anybody has the discipline to just like smooth call it like that. We're on to the river, which is the king of spades, which is not a terrible card for us at all. Can definitely pair some people up, put us in a good spot to make some money. Under the gun bets 35. I think I make a mistake here because I just call. I don't think there's any way that I'm not missing out on value here. I think I was playing this hand way too cautiously. I make the call. He shows us king 7, so we go ahead and take this one down and get off to a good start, winning a fairly decent sized pot in a limped, semi-dangerous situation. So the next hand we're going to look at, I've got queen jack offsuit from the cutoff. The action limps to me. I go ahead and make it 15. Seems pretty standard. Middle position player, after limping and then it getting to me and then me opening, makes it 85, which is pretty weird. Then middle position 1, so the next player to act, shoves all in. So obviously we've got a really easy fold here, and it ends up one of them has aces and one of them has kings. So they were aggressively trying to trap everybody and ended up in a big confrontation with each other, which was obviously inevitable, but very, very weird and very telling that everybody here is willing to just go for the good old limp re-raise with massive hands. The next hand we're going to look at, I've got king-queen offsuit from middle position, and I'm starting the hand with about 310. The under the gun +1 player is on his third buy-in, so definitely steaming. Opens to 15. I make the call. The button calls. Flop comes down, ace, queen, 5, rainbow. So we flop middle pair. Interesting spot. Under the gun +1 checks. I bet 40, which I think is questionable, and they both call. I don't think I should really be betting here. I think I should be checking and looking to call a bet, maybe. Turn is a jack of diamonds. Under the gun +1 player shoves for like 150. I tank for quite a while. I'm actually thinking about making this call based on how aggressively he's steaming, but I still have this other player to get through. So I end up making the fold. The button calls and shows jack 8 of spades, and under the gun shows 6-5 offsuit. So clearly steaming. I don't remember who won this hand, but I do remember being super tilted that I had disregarded my gut instinct, which was to make a ridiculous hero call. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough when you fold the best hand in a big pot, but I don't think there's any way I can very reasonably do that, especially in a game where people are going to like limp call ace-king and ace-queen and ace-jack and all kinds of like crazy stuff. So yeah, we let that one get away. The next hand we're going to look at, I've got 9-6 of spades from the cutoff, starting the hand with about 240. I get in with the limpers in this one. You know how it is in home games. After limping, I end up calling it open to 20 after we see 3 other players call, so we're going very multi-way to the flop. Flop comes down an interesting one for us. Flop is queen 10-5 with 2 spades, so pretty okay with that. Somehow the action checks to us, which seems very odd, but seems to happen a decent amount in this game. I bet 40. It folds to the hijack, who shoves all in for like 160 total. So I've got to call 120 more. There's a bunch of dead money in the pot. I'm not really sure what I should be doing here. I probably shouldn't be calling. I probably should have never ended up in this situation because I probably should not have played 9-6 suited. But anyway, we end up making the call and we are off to see a turn and a river. The turn is the 2 of diamonds, so total brick. We are not very excited. The river is the beautiful 2 of spades. Our opponent shows us 10-5 of diamonds, so he was getting out of line too. And we go ahead and take this one down with a flush. Definitely needed it. Big pot. We are more than happy to take it down. So the next hand that we're going to look at, we are once again in the cutoff, and we look down at pocket 6's. Starting this hand off with about 500 after that nice little flush we hit in the last hand, so we're feeling pretty good. I limp after several other limpers. Button makes it 20. Under the gun calls, and I call, looking to flop set. Flop comes down, a pretty nice flop for us. We've got bottom set, flop is king 6-8, rainbow, so there's no flush draws out there. Time to set the old trap. Action checks the button, who bets 40. Under the gun calls. Super excited to get extra money in there, and I just make the call. Turn is a queen, so not a bad card at all for us, but the action checks through. So maybe we could have tried to take the lead there, I'm not sure, but oh well. Trap can't be perfect. The river's a king, so pairs the board. We've got a full house now. Not a great card for us. There can be some other full houses out there. King queen gets there, although I don't see them like really ever showing up with this. King miscellaneous rag can get there, but anyway, under the gun bet 60. I raise to 140, get told that I'm a nit, and everybody folds. So kind of weird. We take this one down. Pretty happy to take it down. Pretty sad to not get more value if the person really did fold a king. I don't know. I don't think I'm a nit. Do you guys think I'm a nit? Let me put in the comments if you guys think I'm a nit. If these hands that I've been giving you make you think that I'm a nit, put it in the comments. Let me know if I'm a nit. So this next hand involves a almost definite angle. So let me know what you think about this one, because this is an interesting one. So I look down at 6-3 of hearts from the cutoff again. I like to play hands from the cutoff. But there's 5 limpers, and we head to the flop. So limped pot, anything can happen. Flop comes down 5-5-4 with 1 heart, with the 5 of hearts. So not a bad flop for us, all things considered. But it's a paired board, so we're not looking like crazy good or anything like that, but not terrible. So it checks to me. I go ahead and bet 10. Would be more than happy to take it down if there's a bunch of people out there just assuming I have a 5 in this limped pot. And I get 2 callers, so not my ideal situation. Gonna kind of need to hit a straight or we're done with the hand, right? Well, here we go. Turn is a 3, so we hit a pair, so now we have 2 terrible pair. Checks to me again. I bet 15. And only the lady under the gun makes the call. So, interesting spot. Not sure what she's calling me with. Probably a 5. I mean, but why wouldn't she raise? Maybe some sort of straight. Maybe, I don't even know. I didn't think there were any flush draws out there. It was very difficult to put her on anything. River comes down a 3. So now we've got the bottom end of the full house. So we're not feeling great, but we got a full house. Like, we got pretty good something. So, this is where it gets weird. She throws out a bet of 42. But, like, not immediately, but pretty quickly after she throws out the bet, she says, oh, I threw out the green chip on accident.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So she had thrown out 1 green, 3 reds, and 2 whites for a bet of 42. But if she had just meant to throw out an additional red chip, then her bet would have only been 22. So, very weird spot. Not sure what's going on here. I thought it was going to be a snap call. And then all the apologizing for throwing out the wrong amount, or maybe throwing out the wrong amount. Still not really sure what was going on. We end up, of course, making the call, and shocker the century, somebody's got a 5. So she shows us the 9-5 offsuit and scoops the extra $20. Not really sure what was going on. I can't imagine that being a genuine misclick for betting the wrong amount. But anyway, well played. You got my money. Oh well. So the last hand we're going to go over, I look down at pocket sixes again. This time I'm starting with about 500 and we are in middle position. I go ahead and open up to 15. This is not a straddled pot. I call by the hijack and the big blind. We're off to see a flop, and flop is a good one for us again. Flop comes down jack, 6, 8 with 2 clubs this time. So we do have the 6 of clubs, so we block some flushes, but we also block flush draws, so that's not ideal. The big blind checks. I check. So we're setting the trap again. Probably shouldn't do that twice in a row, but anyway, set the trap again. Hijack bets 15. The big blind raises to 35. I raise to 90. Hijack folds. The big blind has like 150 behind, shoves, and I snap make the call, of course. He declines to run it twice, so I guess that's good. I don't know if he had a flush draw or not, because the flush draw bricks out, the board doesn't pair. I flip my hand over and he mucks. So we take that one down. Biggest pot of the session. Super happy to take this one down. We are in for a big winning day, guys, and we needed it. After losing last time, we are in the profit. Flopping sets is good. Who knew flopping sets was so good? So let's go ahead and rack these chips up and get out of here. Well guys, that's all for today's episode. In for 300, out for 980. Gives us a nice little profit, makes up for the losing session last time, so we are feeling great. We're going to have a new episode coming soon. We're actually going to do a giveaway associated with that one. We're going to give away one of the Upswing Poker hats that will look exactly like this one. All you have to do is comment on that video and be subscribed to the channel, and you will be eligible to win that giveaway. Don't forget to like this video and check below and see if you're subscribed. I'll be back soon with another episode. It feels great to get a win. Have a good one, guys.